going to be Mohamed Salah. I know a couple of Liverpool fans will be upset with me because they feel like it's a little low and he deserves bigger accolades. And I do agree. I think the things that Mohamed Salah has done over his career has been fantastic. The longevity, the abilities to perform at the elite level consistently across competitions. He's not a player that gives excuses. He steps up. He's good in the media. I think overall, as a football player, Mo Salah has had a fantastic career. In terms of going to Chelsea and Basel, not being able to be fantastic, then ending up at Liverpool and honestly becoming a legend, maybe the biggest player ever. Some might disagree, but I think he's already the biggest player ever for Liverpool. But yeah, Mo Salah had a fantastic year in the Premier League this past season. He won the Premier League trophy. He is the Premier League champion. He did finish all season with 34 goals and 23 assists. So that's 57 goals and assists in one season. So I don't know what his number is right now, but obviously Mo Salah is one of them players that are going to surpass 500 goals and assists over their career. An absolute legend of the game. And, I don't know if you have the opportunity to win a Ballon d'Or, because the past season wasn't his best season ever. But, he comes fourth in my list, and he really deserves the shout. It's one of the best we've ever seen.
Yeah, we'll get into him even more. I'll pitch my case for him a little bit more later. And I mean, some people might be sitting there going, really? The Manchester United fan is going to pitch his case for Mohamed Salah?
Right.
Yes, he might. We'll get to it in a minute. I like the pick, but I completely hear what you're saying, though, in that sense of like this isn't the most solid season. If he's going to pick one of his seasons to go for the Ballon d'Or, like this isn't the one. But at the same time, I like to think about the recency bias of other leagues when things happen. In the NFL this year, it was the year of, it might not have been the best year for the guy who won the MVP award, but it was about time that he won it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that's the situation we could see ourselves in, but I think there's always the possibility that votes get swayed a certain way because of a guy that hasn't gotten it before. And I'll get into even a little bit more as I get up to my pick there. But as you said, you're frustrating some Liverpool fans here at 4. I think I'm going to frustrate some Barca fans here at 4 as well with my pick. This is probably my most controversial take of the board, but as I looked at point output and impact as a key player on the team, I ultimately put Lamine Yamal at 4. Now, I understand the eye test that he passes that is far surpassing any other player in the league. What I cannot get over, though, ultimately for putting him at 4th is that everyone sitting here saying when he gets into his prime, he will be amazing. He had almost half the goal outputs that the 3 players I have above him had on a per game basis. Almost half. Now, I understand that when he has the ball on his feet, he is a literal firecracker that can do just about anything, and he plays with it's not even an intensity. It's like this excitement, I want to say. It's just, I mean, the way that he plays, it's almost like asymmetrically rapid. It sounds really weird as a statement, but that like when one side is going faster than the other is and it carries it, it's like he's this faster cog in a wheel of a bunch of guys that are moving a little bit slower, and it just makes everything else go. He passes the eye test, don't get me wrong at all.
I see that.
I just can't validate this season from him being the one to put him on the pedestal of Ballon d'Or. Also, I think domestic cup success is irrelevant to the Ballon d'Or race completely. This might be a controversial take, but I'm sorry. Salah having no impact in the Carabao Cup should not impact his Ballon d'Or race chances. In the same sense, I don't think that Barca winning a domestic treble is anywhere near as impressive as coming out with any of the other trophies. I hear you, Anu, but I just don't. I'm sorry, but it's hard enough for me to see winning a La Liga title as the thing that is enough to put you there, right? But then we're going to call that domestic cup win in. Yeah, Toby, go for it.
Yeah, honestly, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the domestic cup thing. I think that's very interesting because I think, like our producer said, controversial AF. But like one thing, I'm thinking about Ronaldo and Messi. And you know how people say Messi is Iberman, in the sense that like against the small team, that's what he's gonna like destroy all of them, pick up all the little goals and assists to be able to extend his tally. But hey, that's the mark of those players that we know as the Ballon d'Or players, the ones that took even the small competition seriously. So I do agree in the sense that like, okay, maybe I looked at Mo Salah a little bit negatively and put him in fourth just because he had the one trophy. But at the same time, when you consider Mo Salah the player, he's a greater enigma when you explain him in comparison to someone like Lamine Yamal, who is just starting out. So I kind of understand that kind of vibe. Like, hey, why should we be bigging up Lamine Yamal, who has smaller output, just because he won, the domestic cups that Barcelona were probably gonna win anyways. They already had like a 75% chance to win them anyways. So like